come to have quite a unique perspective and way of experiencing our environment. The idea of one single breath hold as we journey through the various habitats. A very deep personal connection with the ocean. It's something that I love. When I moved down here a couple of years ago, I reconnected with some of those elements of being in the water and being immersed in a more conscious way. I met Marlon Quinn, and through him and through training with him, I learned about freediving techniques. I learned how to safely hold breath, how to assess situations, how to do self-regulation, and extend my breath hold so I could spend more time being underwater in a safe, measured way.
Mornington Peninsula craggy cliff climbing and scrambling. Not recommended, not safe for practice at home. Best done in high performance mountain climbing wear such as wetsuits and weight belts.
What exists in the world here leaves me in awe. It's such a beautiful and incredible and unique space. There are creatures that only live in these parts of the world. There are species of plants that only grow in the ocean in these areas, types of algae and seaweeds that are really, really particular and form an inherently essential part of the ecosystem.
Well, we're departing from Sorrento here on the Swift with skipper Marlon, photographer Jack, behind the scenes Jacinta, of course, and myself, and we'll be heading out to the southern end of the Port Phillip Bay, heading towards Point Nepean, potentially doing some drift dives down at the Dolphin Sanctuary space, or in that region in the vicinity of, towards the quarantine, maybe over to Pope's Eye as well. And then we'll do some exploring to see what is on offer with nature and improvise from there.
Jack, I'm the videographer for this. Yeah. Once upon a time I was a big old scene down here. Now I'm not. Now I'm a tropical fish. So, two wetsuits.
Beautiful southern reef waters that are a balmy 10 in winter to 18 to 20 in summer. Currently 16 to 17.
19.3.
And the forecast for today is
hot.
sunny. Wind chill factor of about -10 or whatever's forecast.
Right.
Buckle up, folks.
We were incredibly lucky with great weather and some really super unique wildlife encounters. You can never plan wildlife. You hope that you might see something. You hope some dolphins will swim past and photobomb you, but having these intentions and hopes is all you can do. And we were incredibly lucky to have the full list of the Great Southern Reef turn up for various points of our shoot.
Yes.
Do we want any tighter or not?
No, I think actually maybe shimmy it down slightly. Find the narrowest part of me and then anchor it to that. So you screw it down slightly.
That's all right. No, there you go.
I think, we're doing some technical weighting for hidden weight ballast so that we can create the effect of weightlessness whilst still being mildly buoyant.
As well as having a weight belt hidden in my swimsuit to add some negative buoyancy, I did most of that underwater work on an exhale breath hold so that I could move with more agility and more control in the water.
Yeah, you can get enough air.
That's right.
It's okay if it's a little jiggly because the suit will hold it in place.
We typically go under and we hold our breath on an inhale. So we have air to last us because when we got to the beach and we started talking about location, I could see that he was seeing things with the same lens, with the same way or perspective of seeing things. I could talk through a shot, talk through an idea, and he would bring it to life and then amplify it because of his skills, because of his capacity to frame shots and create imagery that is incredibly beautiful. There was about a week of time committed to getting the footage we needed, shooting on the various locations that we had in our shot list. So some of that was done just from the shore, walking around rock pools and accessing beaches directly. And then we had 2 full days out on the boat. We had a really, key priority list of the places, the habitats and locations that we wanted to film at.
Holy shit! It's so good!
We were super duper lucky with 2 really fantastic days where the wind was low, the sun was high, and the tides were relatively advantageous for where we wanted to be in terms of the locations that we wanted to access safely. In an unprecedented stroke of luck, we had some really fantastic water visibility and clarity in locations where it can be a complete mixed bag. So look, it's part planning, it's part luck, and then improvising with what you're served up on the day.
That was so cool. The saddle rest right in front of you as you come through too. It's real, mate.
One of my favourite scenes in the film is this lovely dance that I have with a seal. It's shot at Pope's Eye. This one particular seal and I swam together for 10 or 15 minutes, and it was surreal. I'd turn upside down, he would, and we'd follow each other. It felt like 1 minute and it felt like an hour. It was absolutely mind-blowing, one of my favourite moments. Artistic pleasure and viewing, and then there's this aspirational and admirational quality, and so the audience can experience it at whichever level they would like, and that way the film becomes more accessible to a wider range of people. And so I think the beauty of that is something that allows us to share the message of this place, the beauty of the reef, and also why we need to protect it and look after it.
That's alright.
It's not a hang.
No.
You know when you laugh through your nose a little bit.
Well, I'm sure our viewers will be glad to see your seat.